you've heard the phrase, like, oh, that was, or like, this person was trash, or that's so trash, like, a thing that's so trash, like, maybe someone might say, like, plastic yard ornaments, like, it's like the inflatable yard ornaments for, like, Christmas or Halloween or trash, you know, like, people have different anecdote, or, like, subjective views on what is trash, but, what I wanted to get to from that segue is how how people become, I guess, trash. I know that's a really derogatory term, but I think a better term is people break, like, something breaks inside a person, like they lose morale. That's how people get trash or turn trash, or maybe they were just always that way, or something in their upbringing, you know. God, I did a really good video on this the other day, and then accidentally deleted it, and I also happened to also delete all my deleted stuff, so it's gone. It was such a good video. That's just par for the course with my life. It's like, it hurts to be this stupid. Like, and I'm not stupid, it's just my attention span. And it's just it causes so much frustration. Just like the easiest things are difficult, and it's just always been that way for me. Cannabis has actually helped me a little bit, even though I don't do as much cannabis anymore. The older I get, the less tolerance I have for it, actually. Like, I rarely ever do it in the morning because it just slows me down. But after I'm already going and stuff, it helps me get, like, musically activated as far as practicing, because I had such a hard time practicing before when I, like, didn't smoke, and it just seemed boring and I didn't want to do it. But there's something about cannabis that really draws me in. Anyways, I do want to do a video on cannabis, but I'm getting off subject here. Getting back to what breaks people, and I feel like there's things in life, like heartbreaks and things that have just gone terribly wrong, or just unfortunately wrong, that it's easy to lose heart. That's what my video was about the other day that got deleted. It was about losing heart, and it's a grievous thing, because when someone loses heart, it's basically they don't care anymore, and when you lose your ability to care, things don't have as much value. I know there's a whole book about the art of not giving a fuck, and one of my friends was telling me about it and how it's actually a pretty good read. But I forgot the point he was making. Oh gosh, we'll forget that. But yeah, it's such a sad thing, and I've grieved for myself having that. It feels like a death, and it's part of my whole becoming Deja was to rebirth that part of myself that just, I was bereft. I just, like, lost part of myself to heartbreak, like, and feeling like for the person that I was really in love with, I felt so bad for them as well, that they couldn't have that experience that I had with them, and they couldn't reciprocate, because it was truly beautiful, enriching, strengthening for me. And it's like people say, oh, being in love isn't going to solve your problems, but it sure does help. It, like, enriches your life in such a big percentage. And yeah, people take things for granted, but I don't take those kind of things for granted. But then I see, like, you know, the partner I have will start taking me for granted, not appreciating the things that are of value of me, like the aspects of me that are very interesting. And then when you feel devalued, you know, you kind of lose heart. I've lost heart with different jobs where I thought I would grow into it. Like when I was a caregiver, I thought I would grow into it and have more patience and understanding, but it went the opposite way for me, which was devastating, because I was like, I choose to be more patient and more understanding, but this uncomfortability got stronger and stronger, like with certain people's behaviors and things I just didn't understand, and it was just was so painful for me, and it still is painful to me to see how people make such sad decisions for themselves and isolate themselves and aren't able to appreciate the good things that make your heart come alive. It's such a internal dystopia. There's the internal world and the external world, and I'm talking about the internal world in people's hearts and minds, and how when they lose heart for something, like they lose a part of themselves. And yeah, sometimes people get it back or have a win in their life. Like, we all need a good win, because otherwise it's so easy to just become cynical. And I mean, I'm speaking from experience. I've definitely gone through that, and it's more of a grieving. And yeah, there's a cynicism that comes along with it. And it's just so tough for so many people. And yeah, there's some people talking about it, but my whole thing is to bring awareness about it and actually talk about it, because like no one wants to talk about it because it's it's a weighty thing. It's heavy. It's sad. And anytime I'm in a good mood, I don't want to think about that stuff, because I want to stay in a good mood for as long as whatever that phase lasts for, so I can like truly make the most of that. Yeah, I keep talking about these things. God, I really wish I had that video from last time, because it was a really good flow I got into. And it's like, oh God, there's angels and beings helping me, but there's other beings like blocking my, like getting me distracted, and we have such a myopic, like I've noticed such a myopic kind of thing I get stuck in, even though I can be aware of the bigger picture. Often when I'm trying to do things and tasks, it takes so much focus that like the peripheral isn't really there for me to like feel. I'm just, all my energy has to go into doing the one thing, and that's just, it's been a whole lifetime of that. And it's like that's part of the huge amount of struggle for me. And I see other people go through it too, and it does help to talk about, because when you talk about it, you're exercising, wielding your sentience, like wielding your intent and your will as a sovereign being, as a bearer of having a choice, of being aware of things. And it's like there's a lot of things I say that someone could think I'm just kind of being trashed, but really I'm not shaming anything. I'm just bringing awareness about it. I'm just stating the facts of what I see and perceive. Because when I talk about the felt presence of experience, that's all we really know. Like, all we really know is what we experience and what we see and what we feel. And feelings are so important and integral to who we are. And they change on such whims. And it is nice to experience different ones, but I would like to have more autonomy on how I feel, because that is such a part of me that when it's like I talk about these like angels and demons and stuff, and it basically checks out for me that there's this other force at work that is not us, that incites us against each other, causing jealousy, causing uncomfortability, and just not having the propriety to respect and see other people for the beautiful characters that they are, and the beautiful uniqueness that they are. We're at going on to close to 10 minutes here. And I feel like this video is me really trying to rehash that one video I did the other day that got deleted. That video had so much more flow.